Hi guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today we're going to do a page setup. We're going to do the front, I think, of the first fin. This is the album that we're currently working on. This was the last video that we did. I just did the middle section of each one of these fins, and I had a good time doing it. Isn't it pretty? I think it turned out so cool. There's a video playlist if you want to check it out. I'll have it linked up here. And we are using the Christmas Spectacular printable paper collection from Pertiet. It's linked in the description box, in the first pinned comment. Oh, those are the, I don't know why I thought there was a third place that was linked, but it's linked in the description box and the first pinned comment under the video. And I did notice on my phone that they've changed everything again. Like when you look under the video, oh lordy, I swear, they just make you work for it. You know, they make you work for it. So this one has lots of parts and pieces. I don't know if you can see. I've already cut everything up, printed, well, not everything. Well, maybe. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I cut most things up, printed most things, inked most things, but it's just an effort to save time in recording. But, I mean, you know, you guys know how to cut. You guys know how to ink. There's also timestamps, so if you need to jump around, if you want to skip this part and go to the end and see what the finished product looks like, you can, and then come back and create with me. But I will tell you that right now you need a pencil and paper because there's a lot. When you have printable templates and then you have printable paper, there's a lot of printing and there's a lot of explaining, I guess. So, yeah, and I do pare it back. Like I printed so much stuff just for today's video, and I'm only using like 5% of what I printed. So I do pare it back. So I'm kind of saving you guys the agony of printing things that you don't need. I mean, we might end up using some of it later, but I have to laugh. I mean, it's a good thing this is my job, because otherwise I would just be being so wasteful. I mean, I'm not going to waste any of it. I just have to laugh. The set of templates we're using is the mini album mashup, and that is in my Etsy shop, and there's a collections list that I create for every project. I put it in the description box, first pinned comment, so everything from my shop that's printable is in that list. So you hit that link and it'll take you to my shop, and it'll show you everything that I talk about in the videos, except for Katie's paper. Her printable paper collection is in her website. Okay, so I'm gonna move this aside. I do believe we're gonna start on the front. I think that's where I'm gonna try to work front to back. We'll see. But I'm gonna create another page setup to go on here. So I'm gonna move this aside so I can show you everything. And again, pencil and paper, especially if you're creating along with me or you're using the exact same paper collection. You may want to write this stuff down, and I'll do the best I can to explain. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, by the way, if you could give me a thumbs up. I keep forgetting to say that. I want to try to say it in the beginning of the video or in the middle of the video, because sometimes I forget to say it at the end of the video or whatever. And so anyway, I could use some thumbs up in my videos to help get me back in the algorithm, and comments as well. If you guys would mind taking a second. What is on my crystal? Nothing. I'm gonna put it back. It was just upside down. Okay, let's see. I got my pretty plant. Oh, you guys, look at. I was cleaning some stuff up on my desk where I work on my computer, and look what I found. You can't believe that this would be lost, right? But this was behind my computer screen. It's a beeswax candle, and then this little brass candle holder. Is this not precious? I mean, this is perfect for Christmas time, don't you think? I wonder, let's light it. Can you even see if I light it? I'll have to be careful. I've got this other one lit. But isn't it precious? Precious. I should probably cut that wick back. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna scooch it just ever so slightly this way. Let me scoot this back. I can't tell if it's in frame, but adorbs. How about that? Is that better? Let me move this leaf. I know people say stuff about my candles all the time, but you know what? I have them lit all the time when I'm creating. I'm very careful. I say that and watch something catch fire today. Knock on wood. Don't catch fire. Okay, out of the templates, here we go. Let's see how long this will last, this candle. Oh, let me move this one leaf because that wick is very long. There we go. I'll just tuck you in the little pot. All right, from the templates, I have printed on cardstock. Everything is printed on cardstock except for photo mats. There was one other thing that's not printed on cardstock, but we'll get to that when I get there. I printed page 4, which is the main base page for this album, and I printed the ornament background design. It even printed crooked. It came crooked out of my printer. I was so aggravated. I didn't notice it right away, so sometimes when I have like bars, I have a wide format printer, so you can adjust it to be wider and longer, and so sometimes those little thingies get loose, so the paper gets loose, so when it pulls the paper in, it kind of pulls it in wonky sometimes. Anyway, so I gotta check it every once in a while, but yeah. So it printed wonky, but I cut this tab off. I'm gonna set this aside. And I cut the top and bottom tab off. I left the long tab on the right hand side on, scored it, taped it up, printed the ornament background design version. Did I already say that? I printed the ornament background design version. I put tape on the tab that has the ornament background design printed on it. And then I inked the back side. And I've got myself notes because we're going to be using some magnets and stuff today. I just don't want to forget. I did ink this tab as well. I don't know if we're going to be putting anything else over top of this, but I know we're going to be matting it. So, but just in case, I like to ink the tabs just in case they're seen. So we've got that. Next up is page, oop. I might have to move that. It's so cute though. We'll see how well we do here. Next up is page 13. I printed. It's just the plain version. So I took the top and bottom tab off. I took the right 2 top tabs off, and I took this tab off here and left this one. Matter of fact, before I forget, I need to notch that. I thought I got them all, but I guess I didn't. Okay. So I then scored it here, and I scored it here, and then I inked up both sides. And I need one mat for this particular page setup. So I took page 33, and this is the full sheet from her paper collection that I cut it from. So I'm gonna move these aside. I need to start with these bigger pieces I'm gonna put in one of my plastic folders, and these smaller pieces I'm gonna put in my crafty companion. Sorry about my voice. Okay, so we've got that. That was easy. That wasn't bad, was it? Then next up, I'm gonna have to cut that wig down. Hang on, let me put it out this way. Maybe not. Come on. Go out. Shh, there we go. I'm gonna cut this wick down. I'm gonna spray it with water in case you're wondering what I'm doing over here, so it doesn't catch anything on fire. And I'm gonna light it again. It was just a little too long, huh? Let's try it again. There we go. It might still be too long. I might need to cut it down even further. right, let's see how that goes. Okay, page 14. I printed this page, and we're not going to be using this piece, so I'm going to put this aside. And for these two pieces, I took the top and bottom tabs off, left the long tab on, at least one long tab on this piece, and I left this long tab on. I scored, put tape on both of these, and I inked both sides. Then also, these mats are from that paper that I used to protect the other papers from the last video. It's got the little gold sparkles on them, so I'm going to use it because why not? Put that aside. So I traced the mats for those, and then I cut them up, inked them up. And then this piece is, oh, here it is. Do you remember this full sheet here from her paper collection? It was from her like title sheet, and I just cut the branding part off the bottom and made it 8.5 by 11 and printed it off as a full sheet, which I thought, oh, that would be a great pattern paper as well. So then what I did was in the PDF, well, no, not this one's not a PDF. This one is actually, I was PDF for something else, sorry. So what I did was I took this page, right, and I printed it 2 to a page, or 2 5x7s, and made it a smaller, just a smaller print, right, so that it didn't look so big. So if I'd have traced the same thing on there, the words would be much, much bigger, but I wanted to get as many little words on there as I could, and I traced this 33 out, cut it out, inked it up. So I'm going to put this aside and put this back. And then the next thing I printed was page 17. And we're just going to be using this piece right here, this top piece. So I'm going to move this aside. We'll use it in a later video, hopefully. Later on down the road? No, later in the project. And I cut the 2 short tabs off, left the long tab on, scored it, inked it on both sides. Then the 2 mats for this, which are on page 36, I'm going to show you where this came from. So it's going to be matting the top, or the top and the bottom, top and the front and the back of the flap. So I have 2 mats for that, and it came from this. So this is from the ephemera pack that came with the bundle for the Christmas Spectacular. This is another thing that I'm trying to keep track of so that I can tell you guys where these images came from. These are actually part of the ephemera pack that came with the paper collection bundle. And so I picked these 2 images and I printed them 2 to a page, just like I did that other paper. And then I traced, I put it specifically because I wanted to say Xmas, you know, I did a specific trim so that it would just, you know, have Christmas words on it. But anyway, I left it whole like this so you could see. But we'll use this because this is actually a dark green compared to the other greens. It's like I don't know, it's really cool, a little bit more concentrated. But we'll use it somewhere else. So I traced these and inked them up, or cut them out, inked them up. And then one more thing, this actually used early on when I was talking about what template we were gonna, you know, like prep video, I guess. And this is page 20. So I don't know if if you guys remember this. So it's on white cardstock. I printed the ornament background. I left it together, scored it, and I inked it on both sides. And then these are both washies. So this is like the little washi strips. Remember I printed the striped paper onto washi paper? And then this is from the foliage washi sheet that I did. And then I had this just stuck there, and it actually pulled some of the paper off because I didn't mean for it to stay. But I don't think we're going to use this. I'm going to actually put this in my Crafty Companion. Here's a example of the washi strip washi. But hey, if you want to, you could use your leftover paper strips. Anyway, I'm going to put this aside because I'm not going to use that on this, but we're going to use this in today's video, and I thought, why not? Let's not print another one. Let's just use what we already have. Okay, so I think that's all we're using from this paper collection. I'm sorry, from the set of templates. Woo! Let's see, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to show you? All right, there's a few more like embellishment-y type things that we'll get into here in a little bit. So I'm going to put mats and things aside because we will need to add magnets. So I'm going to put the mats and stuff aside. Oh, I have another thing. So we're going to be using photo mats. All of my photo mats are printed on 28-pound paper. The lighter the paper, the better, because you know you're meant to put a photo on top of it. But this one's already stamped. Is it the same color stamp? Same color ink? I don't think it is. I think it's. I'm trying to think how many we're going to need. We might just need we either need one or two. I'm going to grab two. So this time I did the photo corner ones. And then we're also going to need the 4x6 photo mats. I'm going to need 4, I think. So that's 2 sheets. So there's 2 to a page. And these are also got the photo corners on them, I think. Okay. I mean, I know they have the photo corners on them. I'm just thinking, is that all we need? So I'm going to set those aside as well. Okay, and then I'm trying to decide if we should just go ahead and install this into the album and then go from there. It would probably be easier. So let's do it. So we're going to attach this to the front of the album like this. So when you open it up, it's going to look like that. I don't have anything yet for this side. I don't have an embellishment idea or anything. We may not do that today. But for now, I'm going to attach this down. And give myself some wiggle room with a glue stick. And you want to make sure that it does not go under, that this score, sorry, I got glue everywhere, that this score mark doesn't go under the top of this tab. It needs to go just like this one. It needs to stick up right above the top of that tab. So and you don't want it to be too far sticking up. You really want to take a second to make sure that it's on there pretty good. All right, so there we go. I'm going to burnish this down. Okay, so we are going to be doing it like this. We're going to be adding this. I actually sketched it out really quick. I kind of chuckle at my little sketch, but we're going to be adding this down to the bottom like this, and I'm just going to add it. Actually, let me burn. What did I do with my? Quit putting tools up. I try to keep things neat, and then I end up like grabbing it over and over and over again out of the place where it's supposed to be, because you know I keep putting them up and I don't need to put them up. Okay, I am going to add this well, right here at the bottom of this page, just like that. Wonderful. So it's going to open this way, and it's going to open this way. So then, next I'm going to add this piece here. And I think I'm going to have it going this way. Did I not ink this? So it's gonna sit right on top of here, like that. Wow, you can really see the difference in the printing and the ink. It's gonna disguise that a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure it doesn't go too far down. I can't see. I can't get my head over top of it, so I can't see. Close enough. Okay. So then that is going to go there and burnish. Okay, the next thing is going to be, I'm going to add this flip to that flap. This flip to that flap. That's sometimes, you guys. I wonder if it'd help I got this out of the way for a second. Just like that. All right. Oop. It's a little, it's sticking out just a little. That happens a lot. I wonder if I should trim it or just leave it. I might just leave it. It's probably not that noticeable. All right, but before we go any further, I am going to mat the front of this, and then we're going to do a wax seal on that. So I'm going to grab my other candle. I've got it like I carved like a groove into my salt, my Himalayan salt candle votive holder thingy-mabob that my mom gave me a long time ago. I'm going to put some wax. I don't remember if I need 3 or 4. I'm going to do 4. What the heck, why not? I'm going to let that melt. All of these things are linked in my Amazon list, so if you need to check them out. Almost looked like it had a... So I'm going to mat this right here, just like that. I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac. If you needed to use something else, you sure could. Glue stick, tape runner, white glue. But if you could only have one glue, I would say Fabri-Tac would be the one glue. Okay. So I'm just going to mat that, and then we'll do the wax seal. So let me grab this, and there's the wax seal that I'm going to use. And I'm going to put it, I'm going to offset it just a little bit, just like this. And I don't think I'm putting anything else right there, so... But you never know, I might change my mind. So I'm going to let that melt, and then we'll pour that onto here. I wonder, do you think that needs some, while we're waiting, do you think it needs some splat, just a few, whoop, ooh, girl. Think it needs some splatters? Let's see if I can, I just dip my brush in some water. Come on, reactivate for me. Let's see if we can't just get a few splatters. Yeah, just a little something. That's awful light. Let me try. See if I can't get it a little better. I'm just really loving these little gold splatters. Have y'all got this watercolor paint? Have y'all tried it? It's so cool. Trying to be a little bit more controlled. I'm not sure if it's helping. Okay, good enough. Just a little something. Now I'm going to get it off my hand. You see it on my hand? Okay. We are going to do a couple fun little things, I think, in today's video. I guess I could scoot you in. Let me scoot you in. Would you like to come in? Come see me? Come on down. It's like the price is right. Come on down. Okay. Oh, there's still some solidness in there. It won't be covered in sparkles. Okay. So I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to let it kind of do its own thing. And then, bloop. Whoa, do you see how it slid? It's probably because it was too much wax. But that's okay. We're going to need a little bit of wax later on anyway. So I'm gonna leave that little bit of wax in there. I think that'll be cute. You'll see. It's going to be cute. Okay, let me let that cool down and then I'll show you what it looks like. Looks like my beeswax is burning a little faster than it should. And then the wick is long again. Okay, this should be dry. Dry enough, anyway. Oh yeah! Turned out real cute. Okay, and I'm gonna scoot this aside, and I want to, before I zoom you back out, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do now to add a little something, something. So I'm gonna take this liquid gold fine line deco color marker, and I am just gonna add some gold highlights. I'm not gonna color the whole tank. I'm not gonna color the whole thing, honestly. I just want to add just a little something, you know. It's just going to be cute. Yep, that's what it looks like on the back side, in case you're curious. Yeah, I like that. I think that turned out really cute. All right, now I'm going to scooch back out. All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Sorry. Sorry, I'm feeling a little punchy again today. All right, we're going to glue this. We're going to tape this down to the top there. Now that we've got that done, I'm going to match it up to the top. So it's going to go like that. That looks so cute. Okay, I think before we go any further, I am going to add some magnets. So I'm going to grab my magnets and my glue dots. I've just got that holding down there so I can see. I just need to make sure that I put, well here, I'm just going to start here. I'll just start on the back. There's no magnets anywhere, so this is like the beginning, right? So I wrote magnet on there, or mag. I wrote mag. So I'm just going to stick that on there. These I get from an online store, and they are a very good deal, and they're very, very strong, and I have them very specifically linked in the description box. There's also some linked in the Amazon list as well, but this is, these are, I can guarantee you these are strong. The Amazon, you know, sometimes the Amazon, you just never know, you know, so it's just better safe than sorry sometimes. All right, so then I'm going to stick another magnet on the back side of here, like that, and then I'm going to put a glue dot on it, and then I'm going to stick it down to this part, the main base page on the album. So I'm going to put a glue dot, and these glue dots fit the magnet perfectly. You don't have to have one that fits perfectly, but I don't want my magnets to slip. So these are really good magnets. Okay, and then I'm going to smoosh it down this way. And smoosh, I think, is a word. All of you all that are curious, people who don't say smoosh on the regular, I think it's a word. All right, next I'm going to add a magnet on this page, but now I need to make sure that I do it the right way. So I'm going to put a glue dot. I'm going to put it right here, I think, because I want it to hold this down and I want it to hold this up. Maybe I'll scooch over just a little. We'll scooch over just a little. So I'm just going to move that magnet over to here, like that. Then I'm going to flip this down. I'm going to turn the book, and I'm going to put a magnet here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a glue dot, and then I'm going to stick it to here. Of course, there's also, you know, the which company has the other magnets now? They the ones that are super expensive. What company is that? I haven't bought any in a long time. Magnet disc. Oh, well, this was Basic Gray, but I don't know if Basic Gray still does it. I don't know if they still make them, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They're linked in the Amazon list. So if you'd rather not buy a bunch, you can just get a handful. Okay. Or a package or two. All right, so now, whoa, it'll keep that closed, and it'll keep this from falling down. Yay. This one, it keeps that closed, and it keeps that from flopping around, which we really probably don't need this magnet, to be honest, but I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. So now let's finish matting this one up here, because that'll be the easiest. I'm going to move these, I'm going to put these up. That'll be the easiest one to do. So I'm going to take and mat this one here. It is very cold here, you guys, but again, my fire's going again today, and I'm really warm up here. So that's why I don't have any sleeves on at the moment. Sleeves on? Actually, I'm wearing a dress. I'm wearing like a summer, you know, like a summer dress. Okay. Got that, and then I want to mat this here. Right? Isn't that gonna look cute? I think it is. And then that comes down. And I'm gonna mat these two with these. And these are for, you could put a photo mat here. This will fit a 3x4 photo mat. You could put a photo mat there, but I wanted a place to like add some like journaling or something. So we may come back and embellish this just a little in a minute. Depends on how much time I have, I guess. And then I'm gonna mat this one. Yeah, that's super cute. Oops. Got a little seepage. All right, so let's actually, before we do, we have a look. We got some work to do on the front here, but I want to. Actually, I could probably go ahead and mat this. I'm going to do the easy stuff right now, and then there's some fun stuff that we're getting ready to do. So let's just do all the easy stuff. So I'm definitely going to mat this. Wow, did I just mat? Like, skip? I think I did, you guys. Okay. All right, let's stick this on here. And then the other three, so this, and this, I'm going to do the 4x6 photo mats. And then I'm also, yeah, I think I need another one because I'm going to mat the back of that. And then I'm also going to do these. So let's stamp them. Easy peasy. I need 3x4 and 4x6. You don't have to. You could leave this part off if you don't want to do the extra step. I need 2 3x4, so I was right. That's what I was thinking. And then I need 4 4x6s. You could, if you don't have these stamps. Back in the day, a long time ago, before May and I made that stamp set together, I used to use, I'm grabbing it right now. I used to use Stampers Anonymous. The Tim Holtz, what's this called? Worn Text. And I would use these to do my 3x4, my 4x6. So I would do the 3 and the 4 and the X, like the lowercase x. And then for some reason, why do I have 3 X's? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I know why. I actually have more than one set of this because I had the 3x4, I had the 4x6, and I had the 5x7 all ready to go. So I would do the 5x7, 3x4, 4x6. So I did have 2 sets of these. But anyway, that's what I did before I got the stamp set, before me and May did the stamp set. So, all right, you could do something like that. You can also just write it in as well. Okay. If you don't want to mess with printing these embellishment pieces, because these were like embellishment pieces, you can just use black cardstock and splatter it with gold and it would look just as cute. I may come back and add some washi or something, or something. I may add something there. But for right now, we're just going to do some matting. So I'm going to do that. So, okay, so now we've got 2 3x4s and 1, 2, 3, 4 4x6s photo mat wise. Just in this one page setup. So there's 6, no, there's how many? 2 3x4s, 1, 2, 3, 4 4x6s. Sheesh. I literally just counted. Okay, so now I have a fun little idea I want to do right here. So I have to explain, because I printed some more embellishments off. Before I do that, this insert is going to go right here. I should have tested to make sure those magnets were going to stay shut with that. And it does. So now we've got an insert underneath there that you could add photos, or more photo mats, or just writing, or whatever. Ephemera, you could put a full pic, you could mat the inside of that with a full picture. That would work as well. But I wanted to put that on there before I forgot. Okay, so here is the next thing, and this is going to be fun. These are 2 pieces from, again, this is from the ephemera, from the ephemera pack that's part of the bundle of the paper collection. I printed 2 to a page. I think these were 2 4x7 size. So in my printer, and I am working on that video, by the way. My printer, you can tell it to, when it's like a JPEG or a PNG, you can tell it to print 2 5x7 sizes, or 2 4x6 sizes, or 4 3.5x5 sizes. I forget what all the other measurements are, but I told it to print 2 4x7 sizes, so it prints 2 this size. And then I unclick fit to page so that it'll shrink it down just a little bit more so that you can see the entire image. And I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to do a little slot and have letters poking out, and that is going to come from this is the coffee stained envelopes. It's a free printable in my Facebook group. So I shrunk this down. I did this a 2 to a page. There's a larger size. I didn't print all that out, but there's a larger size, and then there's a smaller size. I think there's 3 pages. I could be wrong. There's one that it's 1 to a page, then there's 2 to a page, and then there's 4 to a page. So the one that has 4 to a page, I printed 2 times on 1 page. And I think this will be the perfect size to go in here. Either, I can't decide if they should go up under here, or if the slot should be this way, because we're going to make a slot, right? So I printed these onto 28-pound paper. So let me explain it again. If you don't do Facebook, these are available on my Etsy shop as well for a small portion of money, a small amount of money, because of Etsy fees and all of that. So if you don't do Facebook, you can get them in my Etsy. I'll add them to my collections list. One of the pages included in that PDF has 4 little envelopes to a page. And when you are printing, when you want to print from a PDF and you want to print more than 1 page to a page, there's usually a button that says more. You got to scroll down a little bit when you go to print. Like, you hit print and you scroll down a little bit. You tell it what page you want it to print, and then there'll be like a more. So I think this one would be the 3rd page. So you would tell it print page 3, and then you hit more. I think it's more. And then there's a option to print 2 to a page, or 3 to a page, or 4 to a, not 3 to a page, or 4 to a page, or, you see what I'm saying? So you can even go down smaller if you want to. So then you tell it to print 2 to a page, and it'll print like this. Okay? So, I'll try to show you that too when I do the printing. This is me scribbling. That's something else. I was experimenting. We'll talk about that in a minute. So we're gonna use, I think we're gonna use 2 of these little envelopes. So I've already cut one up. I haven't put it together, but let me cut that. We're not gonna use this right now. Isn't that cute though? Let me cut this one up and ink it up, and then we're gonna do a tiny little glue dot, a tiny little wax seal, just to be cutesy. And if you don't want these to be removable, that's okay too. They don't have to be removable. But I think it would be quite fun for them to be removable. So I trimmed this out obviously, and I inked it up a little bit. So let's keep this aside for a second. So I'm just going to do it with my fingers, and then we'll do a little inking. You can also decide if you want it to be opened, like if you want it to be where you have a spot where you can put a little tiny little letter. That would be cute, like a little letter to Santa in there. It doesn't have to open, but if you wanted it to, mine's going to open. Just because I like the interactive element. Okay, so I'm going to ink this one up. We'll glue it together, and then we'll do the little dot of wax. It's going to be so cute. If you didn't want to use these envelopes, then you could just fold up a piece of paper, a piece of coffee stained paper, and make it look like a faux envelope. That would work as well. These are just cute. And it's a free printable from my Facebook group. You have to ask to be a member. And all of the freebies in my Facebook group are in the files section of my Facebook group. Okay. I'm just going to use the Fabri-Tac to glue it shut. It's too much. Like that. Same for this one. All right, I'm gonna bring this back, my candle. I'm gonna remelt that little bit that we got left over. And we're just gonna drop a tiny little bit of glue onto each one of these little points here. And I might even try to do like a little dent in it. I don't know, we'll see. Do I have my wider one here somewhere, don't I? Right here. I'm gonna try to use this wide one. We'll see. I think it'll be cute. All right, I guess I should scoot you back in. Come on back in. Get a little closer. A little closer. There we go. They're very close. Okay. I need to let that melt. I'm just gonna try to scrape this off. I don't know if this will work. I hope it doesn't stick to this. I just want to put like make a little dent to see if it'll make it look like a real one, you know? I mean, it is real wax, but you know what I mean. I need it to get good and runny. I just think it'll be adorable. So we're gonna have to decide. I think it looks like it's supposed to go up under, but I think I'm gonna cut a slit up top so that they don't fall out. Or I could put a paper clip. All right, that's probably what we're gonna do. Whoa, calm down. Let's see if I can't get a little dot, a little droplet. And then let that sit for just a second, and then maybe, boop. I might have to hold it. Oh my gosh! Oh my God. Come on, camera, focus. Come on. Don't burn your hand, Jen. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yes. So cute. Let me get that warm again. That is so cute. It doesn't take much, does it? It's not very warm, so it's like taking its sweet little time. Oh my gosh. Whoop. So cute. I need to, there we go. Get that fingerprint off of there. Oh, I love it. All right, I'm gonna back you back up. Whoa, whoa, sorry. Okay. I love this. I love this, I love this, I love this. So stinking cute. The first one turned out better than the second one, but that's okay. That's totally fine, isn't it? Okay. So here's what I want to do with this. I'm going to go up from underneath here. So I'm just going to follow that line there. No, I'm going to grab my ruler. Yeah, so I'm going to grab my ruler. I'm just going to cut a slit right here, and then I'm going to turn it around and take a little tiny sliver away. So maybe I'll be able to see better on this side. Cut that away, cut that away. I want it to make a rounded corner, but I don't have anything that'll reach that is small enough for me. Anywho's. Okay, so then these are going to go up in here like this. This one. Right? Is that not cute? All right, so now that I've got that in there, I think I'm gonna put a paper clip in here so that it'll hold it. So I'm just guessing, I'm just gonna trace what's there. Let's see, I put a paper clip. Put a paper clip, that's what it says. I'm gonna just grab a paper clip. I've got a whole bunch of these gold ones. So I'm gonna use it, and I think I'm going to do it like that. So the easiest way I can think to do it is I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to thread it up under there like that. And I'm going to I think this will work. Do that, so it should be able to slide up under here like this and hold it, right? Okay, yes, that works. That will work. Other thing I want to do before I glue this down is I want to put I'm going to do a brad. Poke a hole there, and then I've got a brad sitting here. This one actually rusted, and then I took my marker and took the rust off the top. so that it looked more, I don't know, brassy, I guess. And I just think it's cute. Add this on there just for a little decoration. I love it. Okay, so it's gonna go here. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna glue it down. So the things are gonna go that way. So don't glue right around here. You glue down here. So then these are gonna go like this. I might have one facing the other way though.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Well, okay, so then the last thing I want to do on these little envelopes here is I want to write Santa on there or something. So I was trying to find like I thought a red marker would be really cute, or a black one. And I looked over at my desk and I saw this was open. This is one of my swatch books. I swatch like a bunch of stuff, you know, in here. Just, you know, just so I know what things look like. And you know what this is from? This is, don't read the garbly goo. I just kept writing to see how long it would last. So I bought this a long time ago, and it's actually got a glass dip pen in it, but I broke the tip off of, so I'm not going to use that. But one of the inks matches perfect that comes in this little kit, and I don't know what that is. What's that? So if you're interested, I will link it down below specifically. So I went ahead and pulled that little ink out, and oh, we don't need that anymore. And that's what this is right here. So I was just, you know what I should do? I should try it on one of these envelopes just to see. So this here is also a dip pen. It's not a glass dip pen, but you guys remember this from way back when. If you've been here a while, you know it came with, it sits right here next to me. It's like this situation. I will link this specifically as well. It's like this. And I guess I could, well this I don't use that, I guess I could use that black ink, but I'm going to use the red. Well, let's see. Let's see. I'm just in the mood to have fun today, I think. So I'm going to take this little stopper off. Just like that. And then I'm going to dip it. And I want to see what it looks like on the printed part. So right, that's cute. And it could be like to Santa. I like that. That's cute. Or you could put it to somebody else. So again, I'm just using it because it's fun, and it's sitting out, and you could literally just use a red marker or a black marker, but it's just fun. So, and I actually enjoy writing with these. Right, I wonder if I could like do it like a spot. I gotta get some ink on there first. You know, like it's like a, yeah, something like that. Now it's gonna look weird. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And so It's still cute because, you know, I'm messy with my inks. And I think it's cute. I do. I think that's cute. Okay, I'm going to put the stopper back on. I'm going to clean this off real fast. I've been wanting to use that. I've been wanting to write more, like, on a regular basis, like in my journals and things with that pen, because I think it's fun. And this ink is sparkly. I didn't tell you guys that. This ink is sparkly. You're not going to be able to see it very well, I don't think, but how cute. How cute. Okay. I'm going to let that dry for a second. So one of these turned out better than the other, the wax seal part. This wax seal turned out better. So, I don't guess it really matters. Oh my gosh. That is cute. Okay, that might be enough for today. I want to do some more like embellishing and things, but I don't know what yet. So I think we've accomplished quite a lot. I think it looks really cute. You can stick little notes in there. So right, those come out, this flips over, this flips down. And then this flips up, down, and then the whole thing flips up, right? And then of course, we've got all this going on. I'm so excited, yes, yes. So I'm gonna wait on embellishing any more because I wanna think about it. I wanna see, gosh, I kinda wish I had some like gold, or maybe I should I try to do black on here? No, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I may tweak it another day, but for now, I'm gonna leave it be. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Again, make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I would really appreciate it, and be sure to make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss any videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.